Aged 5, I left the classroom one day with fear and disbelief. I had learnt that one child dies every 30 seconds from malaria. I could not believe that children on the other side of the world were dying from a disease transmitted by something as small as a mosquito. That pivotal moment launched me on a lifelong ambition to help those in need. I have worked with a number of charities, and since becoming a student doctor, have applied my skills to this area of work. My interest in charities began aged 7, when I participated in a charity run for Terre des Hommes. Over the next 6 years, I raised more than £20,000, and aged 12, I ran a record 50 kilometers. Age 16, I traveled to Kodaikanal in India with a school group. We helped to build a creche, teach basic sanitation to children, and donated funds raised for clean water. Age 17, I traveled to Ghana for a conference on the Millennium Development Goals and poverty. I later joined the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research. We collected stool, urine, and blood samples from children at school in order to diagnose and treat infectious diseases. I was struck that the community considered malaria to be part of life. A year later, I took part in providing HIV education and treatment therapy to the local community in Rwanda with LuxAid. I witnessed HIV-positive mothers struggling to pay for both medication for themselves and food for their children. Age 19, while interning at the Oswaldo Cruz Foundation in Brazil, I was horrified to witness the stigma attached to leprosy. Joining the Foundation FUNASA in their syphilis diagnostic program in the Amazon, I learnt that many mothers were losing their babies to syphilis. The treatment consisted of a simple single dose of penicillin. It is shocking that half of the world cannot obtain one dose of penicillin, while the other half has problems with excess antibiotic prescriptions. At university, I wanted to help the local population. The most disadvantaged in any community are the homeless. As president of the Cambridge University Global Health Society, I wanted to encourage students to help the homeless. We started an outreach program where students can now volunteer at homeless shelters, give lectures to the homeless, help find people on the street, and more. Being Miss England has enabled me to extend my help to the homeless. I have been able to witness the complexity of homelessness through a variety of projects, including meeting the homeless through serving breakfast at Winter Comfort and organising football training for the homeless with Cambridge City Football Club. Through socialising with the homeless at places like Jimmy's Night Shelter, I have been able to appreciate the difficulties the homeless face, including the stigma attached to homelessness. Perceptions need to change. In October, I decided to sleep rough on the streets of Cambridge. This allowed me not only to raise awareness of homelessness, but also to appreciate the hardship that the homeless face. I look forward to using the Miss England platform with my medical background to develop further my work with the homeless. At Teddy Bear Hospital, school children bring their sick teddies to be treated by medical students, who in turn teach the children about health and help to reduce hospital anxiety. I have now begun developing a UK national Teddy Bear Hospital network. The Miss England competition raised £50,000 for the charity Coram, who support many of the causes that are dear to me, including homelessness and helping children to get a good start in life. Having witnessed poverty, suffering, and neglect in different parts of the world, I have realized that to tackle such global issues requires a platform. At the United Nations in Geneva, age 17, I attended and spoke at the Student League of Nations. This summer, while interning at the World Health Organization, I help to investigate the cause of serious infections in babies in Africa and Asia, in the hope of reducing the infant mortality rate. This work is ongoing. I am pleased to be supporting Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders, in their work on Ebola through social media advocacy. "20 years ago, my view of the world changed. The reality is distressing. It is unacceptable that in 2014 there is still so much suffering. Miss World is a global platform from which boundaries can be surpassed to help those in need. I am honored to be part of Miss World and the charity Beauty with a Purpose.